In our journey through Lent, we have arrived to Saturday of Holy Week, the day before Easter. First, to start this devotion, I want to encourage you, if you don't have a church home, you live in the area of Mount Zion, we would welcome you to come and join us, to join our family for this holiday as we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. There are so many significant things that we're celebrating in this week. The death of Jesus, his resurrection, all these amazing, powerful things that God did at this time. But we've been journeying through the book of Kings. And we've been seeing all these significant things that God has done through Elisha. But there's this miracle that happens in Second Kings chapter 6. And in that miracle, um, a group of prophets, a school of prophets, is building a new home. They need more room. And they ask Elisha for permission. He gives them permission. And it tells us that Elisha's helped out building them. And one of the prophets swinging axe, so getting logs out of the Jordan River, and he swings his axe, and axe head flies off and goes into the Jordan River. And he says, "Oh no, it's a borrowed axe." And so Elisha throws a stick in the water. The axe head floats to the top of the water, and he's able to grab it. Big deal for the prophet. Iron was expensive. I've seen comparisons that this is like borrowing your friend's car and wrecking it. It's a big deal. He probably could not have replaced financially had the means to replace the accent. But in the grand scheme of things, not so big a deal, right? We've seen resurrections and people being fed and all these grand miracles that Elisha does, that God does through Elisha, that have pointed us to the miracles of the cross, the miracles of an empty tomb. Why the axe head? Why is this even recorded? Um, it's a rather insignificant miracle in comparison to the others. There's a couple of vital lessons I think we can take and learn from this miracle. One, like today, Saturday, is seen maybe as more insignificant in Easter time. This isn't some special celebration, but this is the day that Jesus rested in his death. And so it is significant. While nothing happens, it's significant in what Jesus does. Um, but sometimes there's things in life that don't seem significant to us. Um, they um, they're small problems. One, no miracle is insignificant. Um, Nobody can make iron float on water. Only God can do that. So the fact that all miracles are insignificant to God, He's in control of all things, and all miracles are significant to us. And sometimes, this is a reminder, sometimes we miss the big things that God's doing every day. Every breath that I take with my lungs, every word that I'm able to speak is really a miracle. And that's not insignificant. Martin Luther um, once said that God's wonderful works, which happen daily, are lightly esteemed, not because they're not important, but because they happen so constantly. We miss out on the little things that God is doing every moment of every day in our lives. But nothing that we need is insignificant to God. God cares about small things in our lives too. Um, Luke 12 tells us the very hairs on our head are numbered. It's a minute detail, but God knows it. It's significant to Him. So we can bring our cares to God. We're told, 1 Peter 5:7, we can cast all of our cares, give all of our worries to God because He cares about them, even the small things. It's not just the significant things that we're asked to bring to God. The small things sometimes are very big to us. And so we should have confidence that we can bring even things that might seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things. You know, I've got a small illness and somebody else has cancer, so my need isn't as big as theirs. In earthly measure, that might be true, but God cares about both of them. And so we should bring both of those things to God. No matter what's happening in your life, no matter what's going on, it matters to God. And his death and resurrection prove to us how much everything in our lives matter to him. So let's celebrate today the everyday miracles that God gives us, the every moment miracles that God has given us. They're all significant to Him. Let them become significant to us as well.